Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Learner to Leader, How Can CMI Help You Achieve webinar. My name is Natasha and I'm Events Coordinator at CMI. I'll shortly be handing over to Joe Lavelle, who is running the session today. If you have any questions during the webinar, you can ask them using the live chat box to the right of your screen, and we shall answer as many as we can. Today's session is being recorded and it will be shared with you later on today. Now over to Joe, who's the Student Engagement Manager at the Chartered Management Institute.
Brilliant. Thank you, Natasha. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. About 3 minutes ago, my computer completely crashed and has restarted. So we've had a slight technical change. So hopefully everything is absolutely ticked up and works as it should, but I apologize if there are any slight hiccups. So welcome to today's session. This is who is CMI. We're going to run through who we are and what we do. And the key thing is this is aimed at our learner community. So it's how our support can really help you on both your qualification that you should be currently studying for, but also how you can apply that in the workplace as well. We will go through some of our resources. We'll do a quick introduction to things like Management Direct and the Career Development Centre, as well as talk through some of the pathways that you might have once you have finished your qualification. Bro, so if you go to the comments on YouTube, oh no, this hasn't worked. There should be an interactive poll right now, but unfortunately it's not working. So we're going to skip this one and move straight on to the next slide. Here it is. So who are CMI? So some of you might already know some of this around CMI, but it'd be great to give you that initial introduction. CMI are the Chartered Management Institute, and we've existed for over 60 years with the aim to eradicate what we class the accidental manager. There's over 100,000 members across the world, and the accidental manager is someone who has been promoted to a role with management responsibility, but without the necessary training that is required to become an excellent manager. So this might be because they've worked in an organisation for a particularly long time, or they've got maybe a special technical skill. This isn't their fault at all, and it's really common. We think around 4 out of 5 managers might be accidental managers across the workplace. So what CMI do is we provide training and qualifications that are aligned to our professional standards to ensure that managers have the skills that they really need. The professional standards are the 9 key areas, and you can see them to the right of this screen. And we align all of our activity against these things. And they're broken down into 3 main sections: organisational performance, personal effectiveness, and interpersonal excellence. This is what we know makes a manager a better manager. And we will enable you to get the key skills in these areas, which you can then use to demonstrate your excellence and become a chartered manager. Chartered manager is that chartered recognition of your management skills. It's a reflective exercise that you can undertake to demonstrate to your employers, to your colleagues, and to your peers that you are meeting industry standards as a manager. Chartered managers boost business revenues by up to £62,000 a year, and there's around £22,000 boost to the UK economy from every person who goes through that chartered management assessment. So it's really well worth doing. We also offer things like research, policy, and qualifications. So example being sort of the way that we've reacted and be supporting through the coronavirus times and the crisis at the moment, as well as things like Brexit. We support managers and leaders through times of difficulty and challenge with resources that are directly applicable to the workplace. As a CMI learner, there are 3 ways that you might be associated with us. So you might be on a dual accredited university course. This is where we look at your university degree and we map it against our qualifications. So we see where the learning outcomes are the same, and we can guarantee that by doing your university degree, you're doing the same as if you'd done one of our CMI qualifications. This means that we put them together, so you automatically get a CMI qualification once you graduate, and you get access to our resources to help you as you're studying. You might be on a CMI apprenticeship, or CMI might be providing your EPA. Or you might be doing a standalone qualification to help you in your career. We offer qualifications from level 3 to level 8, dealing with a whole range of management skills and practices. So if you're about to have completed one course, there will be a pathway for you to continue learning with CMI. And there's different options for you at the end of your course, depending on your level of experience and the level of qualification you have done. The graphic you can see now on the screen, it sort of demonstrates the career journey you may undertake with CMI, and have a look at some of the text there, and you might be able to identify where you are along this journey. The key is that, the map's not linear, and it's not linear for purpose. We know that people's careers go through ups and downs, and they might go left and right and all sorts, and not in a traditional pattern anymore. But the key is that CMI can support you at every stage of your journey. So whether you are an aspiring manager, or you're a first-line manager, or a CEO, and with our resources, our support, and ultimately that chartered status, you can maximize your management potential and ensure you are delivering maximum impact in the workplace. And as a learner, you might be at any stage of this on this line, and that's great. And it's great that we are working with you at that time. So going up now, we will go through some of the key resources that you get access to as a member of CMI. We're doing deeper dives of these in some sessions that are upcoming over the next couple of weeks. So if there's things that you're particularly interested in that we touch upon, please go to the events page on the CMI website, and you'll be able to find out more about those sessions. So what you can see on screen is Management Direct, and there's some key things to point out. Now, Management Direct is the home of a lot of our resources that are available to you as a member of CMI, whether that is academic support for your course, but also that practical stuff that you can apply in the workplace. And on the top, you'll see the homepage, information library, learning resources, and my learning sections. Information library is where all those resources are kept. So if you are looking for something specific, then head here. Learning resources are resources that can help you achieve your qualification. So it's things like study skills, time management resources, learning journeys, which are like playlists of learning. They're curated around certain topics to help you achieve certain things. And then the My Learning section as well looks at the activity you've undertaken. You can make your own learning journeys there, but you can also reflect upon what you have learned, whether that's on your qualification or in the workplace, to make sure that you are processing this and becoming a better manager from that. You can browse by topic or by content type, which are the two options in that pink bar. Browsing by topic might be, so if you know you want specific resources on something like project management, go browse by topic, find project management, and those resources will be there for you. But maybe you just want to catch up on our webinar series that we've been undertaking. Go to browse by content type, select webinars as one of the content types that are available there for you. I think the main tool with Management Direct is that search bar. It is responsive to whatever topic you're searching for. So we've done the hard work and tagged all of our resources with certain topics. So you don't have to spend hours searching for the best support you need. You just type in there the general theme you're looking for, and it will pull everything back for you. So this is what it would look like if you searched for leadership. So what you can see is that our resources are broken down into 5-minute, 20 minutes, and extended briefings. So this means that we've got the right support for you, no matter how much time you've got available. So you might need something to quickly check before a lecture or seminar, or perhaps you want a longer read during your commute to work. We have identified what will be the right thing for you to look at that time. And it's not just for studying either. We have models and checklists that you can apply into the workplace. So for example, in this leadership section, one of the checklists is about motivating a team. And this gives you a guide that you can go through and directly apply into your workplace to provide great leadership, but also to get your team really highly performing. Have a look through these models and checklists because they are really, really practical and really applicable for you, no matter what scenario you are in. As we discussed, we've got videos as well as articles, depending on your learning style. And everything we've got here should be able to be referenced in the assignments for your qualifications. We've done that hard work in making sure that these are quality resources available for you. So along the top then, if you click on learning resources, you also get access to some of CMI's other support for our members, such as the Career Development Centre, which we will go through now. Just had a quick drink. Real. The Career Development Centre looks like this, and this is the home of career support for CMI members. The key thing here to point out is that it's not just for people looking for jobs. Now, you might be in your doing a university degree and you're about to graduate and you're about to enter the world of work, there's definitely support on here to help you become successful in your job hunt and make sure you're a really credible candidate for the roles you're looking for. But also you may be on an apprenticeship, or you might be an established manager already in the workplace. In the Career Development Centre, we have resources to help you identify how you can be a better performing manager and develop your career as you move forward and become more successful. We have assessments and exercises that can really help you reflect upon that performance and identify ways that you can become a better manager generally. The e-learning hub can support you with your CPD activity and provide you with bite-sized learning that you can work around when you're free. The good thing about this is you can do a little bit and then come back to it at a later date when you've got maybe more time. This is the main landing page that you can see. And the 8 tiles at the bottom provide you with the relevant sort of learning materials around the themes that they identify, such as leadership, being in the workplace, and interviewing. But the toolbars along the top also provide you with some drop-down access to some of our resources. These are some of them. I'll go through some of them now. So the Career Wellbeing Programme and Career Assessments. So these are benchmarking exercises, so you can reflect upon your current practices. The Career Wellbeing Programme really helps you think about the way that you behave around certain characteristics to hopefully become a happier you and a more productive you in the workplace, but with your work-life balance as well. Career pathways and career planners. These are particularly good for people who are new into the workplace. So they can help you identify where you are trying to get to and how other people have got there. So if there's a career path you're wanting to undertake, look at these, think about what skills and what qualities are needed to be successful in those careers. And then you can find case studies of people who have been there and done that as well. CV Builder and CV 360 are great for both job hunters and for people just trying to polish up their skills as well. The CV Builder gives you a template that you can complete to build a CV and to make sure that you've got something that you can use when applying for roles. But what CV 360 does, which is particularly clever, is it takes that CV and it tests it against over sort of 50 common checks that are done by automated applicant tracking software. So you upload your CV, it does the checks and it gives you a score. You can then reflect upon that score. It gives you feedback on key areas where you've passed or failed those certain tests. And then you can make those changes, re-upload and see if you've improved your CV. This allows you to get that instant feedback, but also really quickly build something that's likely to be successful when you are applying for roles. The cover letter builder as well. We know people struggle often with the cover letter, and this is a sort of a 4-part builder to help you think about the key areas and the key things that are needed on a cover letter and write things up, download it as well. The interview simulator and elevator pitch simulator are really good ways to practice your personal brand and your delivery style. So for the interview simulator, what they've done is compiled some really common interview questions. You can then record the way that you answer those, whether that is through video or through audio, and you can reflect upon that. I think maybe there's certain things that you do that you find really annoying, that a panel might find annoying, so that maybe you can try doing it and maybe tweak your style to make sure your communication is clearer. Maybe you need to be slower, things like that. The elevator pitch builder is really around that personal brand. So it allows you to build a short introduction to yourself. The aim being that if you are stuck in an elevator with someone and they say, "What do?" you've got a really snappy answer for that. It will really make the most of networking opportunities if you're able to use this well. So take the time, use that elevator pitch builder and make sure that you're able to take advantage of all the opportunities that do come your way. Finally, the assessment centre tool is there as well. So if you're applying for graduate schemes or perhaps any roles with larger companies that have an assessment centre process, what the assessment centre tool does is it has examples of different assessment centres that they know organisations use, as well as a detail around the key tasks to look out for. So you can make sure that you're really, really prepared for that interview scenario. As I said earlier, we are doing deeper dives into both Career Development Centre and Management Direct. So please do look out for those sessions if you want to find out a bit more information about those resources that are available to you as a learner on a CMI course. CMI also has a mentoring platform as well. So it's a chance for you to link up with an established manager to get some guidance, whether you are early in your career and trying to find your way, or you're just looking for some helpful advice from maybe a critical friend. It's also the chance for you to mentor other people. So if you are further along that career line that we showed earlier, it's a chance for you to use your expertise and to help others grow. And we know that mentoring has proven benefits in the workplace. So a study from Sun Microsystems showed that mentors were promoted 6 times more often than those who weren't in their mentoring program. And mentees were promoted 5 times more often than those that are in the program. So it really does benefit you, your business, and the people around you by both being a mentor and being mentored. The way you can access this is through the CMI website. If you click on the individuals tab, select mentoring, which is under existing members. CMI also has a lot of media output as well, which I want to run through. There's more ways that you can find out more about what is going on in the world of management and find ways that you can learn more about what's happening to apply to your course, but also in the workplace as well. We have our Future Leaders podcast. It's available on SoundCloud. If you search on SoundCloud for the Chartered Management Institute, you'll be able to find it there. It's a review of the news that is affecting managers with real insight into the CMI resources, the support that we offer, and upcoming activity that can help you to make the most of what is going on around you. We have our Better Managers and our CPD newsletter. These resources go into your inbox every month, and they're tailored to provide you with support to develop your skills depending on what part of what stage of your career you are at. We make sure this is really applicable to you and should give you some really good ways to build that CPD that we know is important to becoming a better manager. And finally, we have Friday's Better Managers briefing as well, which is actually, it's on Thursday this week. It's later today. Since the COVID crisis has been going on, we have done these weekly sessions sort of addressing management crises, management challenges that different organisations have faced in the crisis. We've had some really high profile guests, including Sir Charlie Mayfield, who is the former chair of John Lewis, and Professor Bob Cryan, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Huddersfield. Coming up this week, we have Tamara Box and Rebecca Robins, and they are looking through the ways that COVID crisis has affected the service industry, particularly when working cross-culturally and across different companies as well. The key thing to remember about the CMI support for you on your course is that CMI is there to support you when you need us. So we respond to global events. So as we've talked about the coronavirus crisis, but Brexit as well, we get our resources, we bring them together, and we help you navigate the challenges that you might be facing. For example, you can download right now our Better Managers Manual from our homepage. This is our way to support managers who are going through these crises and challenges at the moment in the workplace, as we try and discover what the new normal is for organisations and for management. So please do go on there. Hopefully that will provide some really helpful support for you at what we know is a very challenging time. Once you have passed your qualification, you are going to be one step closer to becoming a chartered manager. So for every qualification, you're eligible to become a foundation chartered manager. And this will give you a pathway to becoming full chartered. We'll work with you to continue your professional development, utilising our resources and our management communities to enable you to become the best manager you can be. Once you've got 3 or 5 years of management experience, you can then take that assessment, the Chartered Manager Assessment, to demonstrate all of the lessons you've learned and all the things you've learned from being involved with CMI and being a manager, and get that prestigious status of Chartered Manager. If you're doing an apprenticeship with CMI, this might be built into your endpoint assessment. So it might be something that you do on completion of your course. And the reasons for being chartered, as we've touched on, chartered managers have an average pay increase of £13,000. They have an impact on their business and have an impact on the economy as well. So it does help both you, your business, and the whole country to flourish. So we really do recommend people take that assessment and become a chartered manager. Oh, bro, this one is not working. Unfortunately, this is going to be another interactive slide, which isn't there. So we will conclude with.
Joe, I've just added in the.
The slide.
The poll for you, so.
Magic of technology. So if people have devices available to them, I will What would be really great would be to get your feedback on the support that we're offering. So if you could go to polev.com/CMI events, or I believe there is a link in the YouTube comment for you to click on. If you could let us know what, how you would describe sort of the support offered. It's going to build a word cloud for us that we can sort of see your feedback from this session. Just give it a minute or so for people to find the link and to start giving some feedback.
In the meantime, we have had a couple of questions, which we might be able to answer while we're waiting for some feedback.
That'd be great.
So Marian's asked, can you just go over again how to join the mentoring program?
Sure.
I know you did go over this briefly.
Yeah, so if you go to the homepage, so managers.org.uk, let me find that. And then you will be able to go under the individuals tab on the homepage, select mentoring. I've got it up for you there. Select mentoring, which is under existing members. So individuals, existing members, mentoring. You then can click access the CMI mentoring platform. You have to do a login and it will take you through to our platform where you can register and get those links started with established managers.
That's great. Thank you, Joe.
Cool. Cool.
Nice to see some of the results coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's great to get the feedback. I think it's really helpful for us. And there's, like we said, there is more detailed sessions coming on over the next couple of weeks around more of the support offered. So, for example, we will go deeper into Management Direct and how that can really help you on your course, really access the resources that you need, but also think about after your course and how you can apply that in the workplace. Similarly, with the Career Development Centre, we've got the option there to find out more about all the different tools and how you can actually practically use them. So please do stick around for those qualifications that are coming through. Brill, there's one more slide from me, which is it's our stay in touch slide. Here it is. So to find out more about the CMI communities and to find out more about what we're offering, there's loads of different ways to stay in touch with us across those different social channels. So whether that's Facebook, Twitter, we've got a YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Instagram, or drop us an email and let us know if there's any ways we can help you. It'd be great to find out more about what's going on with you, for you to get more involved with CMI. And we look forward to working with you as we go forward. Bro, Natasha, were there any other questions that had come in?
Yes, we did have a question from Stephanie before the session today. She's asked, how can CMI help her navigate her career and change professions? So she's currently in social work and she wants to transition to utilise masters in international management and international relations. Cool.
So I think there's a few key ways. So first would be to look at the Career Development Centre. So you spoke about those career pathways earlier. So what we have there are examples of people who are working in professions that might be the ones you want to get into. So have a look at what they have done and think about what lessons have they learned, what paths have they gone down that you might be able to follow, which would be helpful. Maybe look on our mentoring platform for someone who is offering skills in sort of the areas that you want to work in. So think about how you can use their life journeys to apply directly into your examples. That might be a great way to make the most of their skills and to get some really helpful feedback. And finally, I think look to becoming a charter manager. So if you've got that master's in management, think about how you can apply that directly. So can you combine your qualification that you've got with your experience as a manager to get that chartered status and to really demonstrate sort of the skills that you've got and that you've developed in the workplace, which will really help you stand out when you're applying for roles in the future.
That's great. Thank you, Joe. We've also had a question, which I think has actually been answered by Kim, which was how long does CMI membership last? So I know for students, it's during their qualification, and then I think is it 3 months after for some, and then
Yeah, so it depends on the qualification you're on. So for most people, it will be 3 months after their qualification that they'll get CMI membership for. But then you get the option to renew it, and once you renew that membership, it lasts for a year.
Yes, and I think we offer monthly payments now, don't we, as well, to make it easier instead of one lump sum.
Absolutely, yeah. You can pay by direct debit, or you can pay as a one-off amount.
That's great. Thank you, Joe. So we haven't had any more questions, but if you do have any questions, you can always contact us at cmievents@managers.org.uk, and we can pass the questions over to our lovely Joe, who will be able to answer them. So that's it for today's session. Thank you everyone who joined us and participated today. Thank you, Joe, for your insights and expertise. And thank you for bearing with us while we experience some technical difficulties. We are running another session, which Joe mentioned earlier, which is the Learner to Leader, this time covering how CMI resources can support your learning, and that's due to take place on Wednesday, the 13th of May. You can use the link in the chat to book your place. So thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.